Okay, rolling.
My idea is about a teenage schoolboy. Yeah, he's been bullied at school, and the film's about like how he follows him, like how he has to deal with being bullied and that. And then like tries to avoid it, like staying away from school, thinking about suicide, like contacting police and that. And then he ends up killing himself really.
Okay. To the class first. Any suggestions?
So is it like, because you said there's going to be black and white flashbacks, is it going to be like him starting off at his suicide and then basically thinking back to how he got there?
I was going to put it like at the end before he's thinking about like suicide, like black and white flashbacks of like incidents that have happened. That's all.
Okay. Anyone else? Okay, I think it's something that comes in and out of the news. I think it's something that is definitely an area that, is fine to be discussed. I think what you need to think about though, I mean, this is something that happens and we know this. But I think what we need to think about is how to tackle it as a film and make it something that is emotive for the character but doesn't become, as horrible as it is to say, but doesn't become too cliche. Because the cliche is that the teenage boy who is bullied does do that. And we don't, it's not enforcing it, but you don't want to kind of make something end up being very matter of fact. I mean, could this be something that deals with the impact of bullying and the impact that it's had on maybe a larger scale, so it's still affecting him in his adult life? Or could it be that he's someone who's, maybe he's as an adult looking back at this and thinking about the decision he almost made and then realising that school is such a small part of your life. Your 60, 70 years that you're, 80 years, even 90, 100 years that you're alive. School is this on that. And maybe when he looks back, it's kind of, yeah, it wasn't great, but my life was so much better afterwards. I'm so glad it didn't. So you can kind of look at it in different ways. I know what you mean. I mean, dealing with suicide and teenagers and things like that, you're going through huge changes in your body yourself, because you're teenagers, you're going from child to adult, and all that kind of stuff plays a huge part. Not chemicals, but all that kind of stuff that's in you that's changing, adolescence and all that, hormones. So that's part of all of this. But I think you need to kind of think about how you're going to tackle it, because otherwise it could just be boy gets bullied, boy dies. And just think of a way of kind of making it more engaging for the audience. I think the use of flashbacks and stylistic stuff's really good. I think it's nice, kind of mixing the two. But where do you envisage it going? What point is it making about that subject matter? Because it is such a powerful and something that, as horrible as it is, will come back into the news at some point, because it will happen. But what is the point that the film's making about that? Bullying is bad, yes, but is it trying to raise awareness? Is it trying to make students and young people aware of the danger it has? Could you subvert it so that the film isn't about suicide, but maybe it's about why a bully bullies? Because they always argue a bully is bullied. That's why they do it. Sorry?
Beat by his
could be a parental thing, it could be a brotherly thing, it could be some other kid in the street that's doing it to him. But bullies stereotypically tend to be bullied, and it's learned behaviour, and that's why they don't feel bad about doing it. Something just to think about when you're padding out the idea. Really good, great, thanks Brad.